Hello, my beautiful chakra course participants. This is it. This is it. This is my final moments in this beautiful apartment. And it's also the final meditation lessons for this chakra crash course, which will be 2 chakra integration meditations. The idea behind chakra integration meditations is to take the sensitivity that you are building and have built over the past weeks with the individual chakra meditations and learning certain meditative or Kriyic exercises that really string all of that together. So an analogy to martial arts could be something like, not a perfect analogy, but an analogy with martial arts could be, you're learning your jabs, if we're talking about Muay Thai, we're learning your jabs, you learn your cross, your hook, your knee, spinning elbow, kicks. Those are all the individual moves. And then when you have that, you can string it together into combos, jab, cross, knee, for example. So that's kind of like what we're doing here with the chakra. We've awakened or began to awaken the individual sensitivities around these areas of the spine that the Indians refer to as chakras or vortices of energy. We've begun to awaken those individually, and indeed we should continue awakening and sensitizing those areas every day. But now that they're starting to wake up, what we can do is start to do these combos that are really stringing it all together. Because, of course, waking up the chakras, it's all well and fine. Like when you bring energy into your heart, when you activate your ajna, when you sensitize your swadhisthana, there are numerous physical and metaphysical benefits of that. But ultimately, the reason why we do this is to experience a more complete sense of existence and self in this earthship. And so we get to experience and start to glimpse who we truly are when we string all of these sensitivities together and integrate these awarenesses together. Hence, this chakra integration meditation practices. Now, this is hectic as fuck. Look at this. I tell you, I am a nomadic yogi, martial artist, and meditation researcher. My whole life is in this backpack. This apartment has been a home base for the past few years. I left my country 10 years ago, but now this is the last thing I'll be doing in this apartment, is sharing these exercises with you, and I've made a hard-cut decision to go full nomad, starting from this moment. This is literally the last thing I'm doing with a roof over my head, and I'm heading out the door. So I'm so happy for you to join me on this crazy journey, and we're just getting started. So, without further ado, let's get into it. I got time to show you 2 things, okay? Let's do it. I think this angle, spin you around a little bit. Great, I think this angle is just perfect because I'm sitting in front of this beautiful mural that my very special and talented sister created so many years ago. I am so grateful for this piece of art behind me. There are so many things that can be hard about being nomad. I find it personally challenging to leave such a thing, and simultaneously happy that I could make this video in front of this beautiful piece of art. So I'm going to show you now the 2 chakra meditations. You guys know the drill by now. Make sure that you're sitting. You guys know the drill by now. Make sure that you're sitting comfortably, okay? Now the first one I am going to show you is a Kriya that I practice every day. It's very simple. I'll show you. Now remember that we have the kshetrams of the chakras on the front side of the body, and we have the chakra location themselves going along the spine. In many of the session chakra exercises, we're actually finding the physical location of the chakra on the spine. So you're well aware of this, and I hope many of you have had a personal first-hand experience of what your chakras on your spine actually feel like. But of course, do not forget the fact that you have the kshetrams on the front side of the body. So as a quick review, for example, your Manipura kshetram is the navel, your Swadhisthana kshetram is the pubic bone, this is the kshetram of the Anahata, the heart, and how you know is like when you trace your fingers around from the kshetram and you end up on when you trace it around, around the circumference of the torso, and the moment you hit the spine, it's approximately where the cluster of nerves, or the ganglia of nerves, will be that represent the part of the nervous system called the chakras, respectively. So, quick review about the location. Now let's get right into the exercise, okay? So the first one is a Kriya that I practice every day. It's very simple. I'm going to show you. So, breathe out. As you breathe in, visualize in your head the energy moving from the Muladhara at the base, traveling up the chain of kshetrams all the way to the Vishuddhi kshetram, located here in the center of the front side of the throat. Okay, now when it gets to Vishuddhi, I want you to imagine, so it's coming up the front, getting to Vishuddhi at the front. Now what I want you to do is to imagine, as you breathe in, that the energy is going from Vishuddhi to the back. Now, this is actually another chakra called the Bindu chakra that is too advanced for us to cover in the crash course, but you don't need to know too much about it. Just imagine there's a point outside of your head, approximately back here. So not up here where the crown is, but a little bit back here. So when you're shooting from the Vishuddhi to this point outside of your head, it's almost like a diagonal shot upward. So Vishuddhi going to this Bindu external chakra. Okay, so this is all on the inhale. Vishuddhi external chakra. Now on the exhale, imagine the energy now coming from Bindu, and you're shooting it into the center of the head, in the center of the brain, right at the Ajna chakra. Remember, the Ajna is in the center of the brain at the top of the spinal cord. The kshetram of the Ajna is here in the eyebrow center. So we are shooting from Bindu outside of the head to the center of the brain. Visualize the center of the brain. If that's hard for you, you can also do the kshetram, it's fine. So exhale, Bindu, Ajna, and then from Ajna, shoot it back now to the actual Vishuddhi chakra on the back of the spine. And then as you exhale, follow the chakras down. Vishuddhi, Anahata, Manipura, Swadhisthana, Muladhara, right where we started. This is one round. Okay, there's one more little part to this that's really essential. Okay, so I've explained how the breath, visualization, and energy flow with each inhale and exhale. So, inhale from Muladhara up the front channel, the kshetram, the series of kshetram, also called the Arohan channel. So it's just this front channel of the body. Breathing in. When you come to the Vishuddhi Chakra, breathe it all the way into Bindu, which is an external chakra located at the back of the head, like this, approximately here. Imagine a few centimeters out of the back of your head. Hold your breath there for just a couple of seconds, not any long breath hold, just like a second and a half, okay? Just enough to bring some focus to this external point. Exhale, shoot the energy from that external point of Bindu to this brain center at Ajna, back to the Vishuddhi chakra. Remember, the Shetram was here. We shot it from the Shetram to Bindu, Bindu to Ajna, Ajna to the chakra itself on the back of the spine. Continue the exhale down the spine to Anahata, Manipura, Swadhisthana, Muladhara, where we began. This is one round. One little more detail. As you pass through the Shetrams and on the inhale and the chakras on the exhale, repeat their names mentally as you pass through them. So I'm going to repeat them obviously verbally to explain so you can see, but like you will repeat this mentally. So we begin. We're at Muladhara. So repeat. Muladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipura, Anahata, Vishuddhi, Bindu, Ajna, Vishuddhi, Anahata, Manipura, Swadhisthana, Muladhara. This is one round. Read in. Muladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipura, Anahata, Vishuddhi, Bindu, Ajna, Vishuddhi, Anahata, Manipura, Swadhisthana, Muladhara. That's it. So, one of my favorite kriyas for chakra integration. Do this every day, 9 times. Do 9 rounds of this kriya. And when you begin, I want you to really just bring focus into where your mind is at the point. So when you are at Muladhara and you're mentally repeating Muladhara, make sure that you're focused there. It's okay for your mind to wander, just bring it back to what you're doing. Bring it back to this energy flow. Up the front, Bindu, Ajna, to the back, mental repetition, okay? Over time, when this gets easier, I want you to speed up and not too fast, but the image you can have in the back of your head that I like to keep in the back of my head, it's almost like being in a train and the train is moving relatively quickly and the scenery is flipping by through the window very quickly. That's where you want to get to with this kriya, where at some point your chakras are so sensitized and you're so focused and your mind is so clear that you can go through multiple rounds very quickly without getting distracted and with just feeling the sensitivities along each shetram on the way in and chakra on the way out. So that is this chakra integration exercise. 9 repetitions. Take your time at first, speed it up later as the mind becomes more attuned to the sensitivities of the chakras and more focused and more clear. Great. Number 2, I kind of made it up. I call it Bindu breathing. I really need to spend some more time explaining Bindu asana, Bindu breathing. It should have its own course. Maybe it will sometime in the future. I've been trying to explain Bindu asana for years, but probably not very well. I usually just scream Bindu asana and try, but not even my close family and friends really know what I mean by that. So I think one day I'm definitely gonna have to change that. However, Bindu breathing is a big, significant portion of the practice that I call Bindu asana. Bindu breathing, although Bindu Asana I don't have time to explain in this course format, or I gotta get the hell out of this apartment soon. But Bindu breathing, I'm gonna explain to you right now. It is simple, very powerful, and you can actually do it anywhere. But we're gonna demonstrate it in a comfortable seated position. Okay. So, sit comfortably. Bring awareness to the base of your body at the Muladhara. Now, I want you to pretend that your spinal column is like a straw that is sticking into a liquid or a cup that's at the Muladhara, at the base of the body, okay? So you got the cup down here at the base. You got the spine, which is a straw. And then I want you to also be aware of your crown, which is like, think of it almost like a mouth or a suction force on the top of the straw, okay? So you got this mouth, this cosmic straw of the spine, and a cosmic cup of something. Let's call it energy at the base of the body, okay? Here's what we're going to do. On the inhale up the spine, but imagine that this cosmic mouth at the crown of your head is sucking this energy in this cup at the base of your body through the cosmic straw of the spine. Slowly, deeply, taking a nice long sip of that sweet cosmic nectar. And as your lungs fill with air and your body fills with this energy that you've sucked up here, visualize it starting to condense at the crown, kind of like an electromagnetic Kundalini cloud of condensation. Imagine it. And then at the end, at the height of the inhale, hold it there, become one with this cosmic electromagnetic quantum cloud of energy. And as you exhale, release it like a waterfall down the front of your body, coming right back to the starting point of the Muladhara at the base of the body. This is one round. This Bindu breathing is very good for the redistribution of sexual energy, of energy that could be stuck at the lower chakras. And it's very good for taking this very potent energy that is often misused or thrown away or turned into agitation. Because agitation is just energy, like horniness is energy. Sex, creativity, it's energy. And what if you had a technique to distribute this energy more evenly throughout your body, throughout your earthship? That is what Bindu breathing is all about. Now, by the way, I know that in the last exercise, I was talking about a Bindu chakra located at the outside external back of the head. And now I'm talking about Bindu breathing, but it's not, it's seemingly nothing to do with that. Yes, that's another topic entirely. Bindu has multiple meanings in multiple different traditions. In the tradition of Kundalini Tantra, which is where the last Kriya that I taught you comes from, the word Bindu refers to primarily to the chakra, as I showed you, located outside of the head here. But there is also another context for the meaning of the word Bindu, which is for the sake of brevity, let's say more centered at the base of the body and the sexual regenerative energies located there. So, kind of complicated because I'm using the same word in two different contexts and just two different kriyas right after each other, but you don't need to get bogged down by the complexities. As with the rest of this crash course, it's really about experiential learning, not academic learning. Just try it. You try it yourself, practice it yourself. I'm gonna reveal it one more time. Breathing in through the cosmic straw, sucking up this nectar at the bottom of your body. On the inhale, condensing at the crown chakra into a beautiful electromagnetic quantum kundalini cloud with just all the good stuff condensing here. Hold your breath for a few seconds, become one with this cloud, and release it like a waterfall of precipitation down the front of the body, falling and distributing slowly down to the base at the Muladhara where we began. This is one round. Do as many rounds as feels comfortable. Maybe you can start with 5 rounds, see how it feels in a sitting position. You can try doing it multiple times a day. When you get more familiar and more comfortable with it, you can also do it while you're walking, while you're in the line at the grocery store, at the bank. This is a very versatile pranayama, bindu breathing. So there you got it, folks. Now, I don't know if you all thought I was exaggerating, but it's literally, I wasn't exaggerating, guys. This is it. This is it. I'm leaving. I'm going. Thank you all for joining me on this course, this crash course, this journey through the chakras. The Discord is open. I've included a Discord because I want to build a community, not only around this course, but around a nation of consciousness that we will build together. This, leaving my apartment and embarking on this journey, is the first step towards building this nation. You, some of the early participants of this course, are probably some of the first members of this new nation. It is so exciting. Thank you for joining me. It's going to be such an adventure. Thank you for joining me in commemorating this space. I've been here as a temporary home for some years. I've been a nomad for 10 years and passing through Asia and Latin America. But every time I pass through Europe, this has been my home base for the past few years. And now I'm coming down to the last 5 minutes. Thank you all for joining me in commemorating this beautiful place. I love you all. And let's do this, because for real, like, I think it's a really interesting time for us as a species to be alive. I think our species, not only our species, I don't know what the right word is for it, but our our simultaneous collective and individualized beings have collectively forgotten something, and that is our own divinity, and not just in the sense of some kind of guru shit or spirituality, meditation. It's more than that, guys. Like, this awareness, this experience of being, of isness, this isness, this state of is, this state of being is finite. The fact that we can simultaneously know and value our own existence and awareness and know that it's finite, to hold those two concepts in our head and to really look into the duality of that, I think it's the door to the real rabbit hole of who we are individually and collectively. This thing with consciousness, this thing with our awareness, may or may not be by design. The religious people believe it's by design. The non-religious people may believe it's just a fluke of evolution. In the end, it actually doesn't matter. The fact is that it is, and consciousness, awareness itself, like this ability to perceive the present moment our place in it, and our mortality is special in nature, and it is not just what it seems. I believe that the surface level consciousness, the chemical consciousness, is a 3D projection of something orders of magnitude more profound that may actually give us the answer to the purpose of our existence. There may be a layer to all of this, not apparent, but fundamentally true. And this is why I'm making the decision to leave the comforts of my apartment, put all my possessions in one backpack, go to India, and complete my Kriya practice. And I shall build a nation on the blockchain connecting like-minded neo-nomads, spiritual hippies, plant medicine enthusiasts, yogis, mystics, warriors, martial artists, a new breed of people, a new breed of humanity, a new nation, a new way of living, a new way of being. That's what I'm going to be dedicating the rest of my life to. I'll be honored if you join me. See you on the other side.